Hello, my name is Keith Adams with Common Heart, and I want to present to you this new ministry venture called Getting Ahead and Just Getting By World, which is a part of our Common Heart Connects. And actually, Common Heart Connects is being expanded and accelerated in its growth because of your investment. That's what we're looking to do. We have in mind overall, and this is the goal long-term down the road, to actually transform our community and to bring together folks from different aspects of economic class. To bring together Joe from poverty, Joe from middle class, and Joe from wealth together around the community table to look at our problems and to look for solutions to these economic problems that we go through. To create a sustainable community where all can do well. That's kind of the overarching vision. But to start with, we start with individuals. We start with our friends and neighbors in poverty and our friends and neighbors in middle class. We work with both groups, the folks in middle class and our institutions, our law enforcement, our employers, and those kind of folks and institutions throughout. We give them an opportunity to understand what poverty is like through Bridges Out of Poverty training programs, workshops. We've trained so far 100 leaders in that from a variety of institutions and industries. And this past year, we introduced Getting Ahead in a Just Getting By World. And what that is our program for folks in poverty and experiencing the survival-based mentality of poverty, which often creates around it almost like a barbed wire experience that makes it very difficult to move out of poverty. Success rate of folks moving out of generational poverty is very low because by the time the third generation comes around, they've lost many of the skills and abilities in that family to get out of poverty because they're just dealing with this concrete jungle, this concrete world of survival. Whether that is somebody who is in a rural environment or in the city or in the suburbs, it still becomes like this concrete jungle of a world that is just about what is happening now. And when you deal with folks that are just looking at now, they can't see the future other than to hope. Now, hope is powerful, but they need to have a future story that they can trust in and believe in. And when you have a future story such as that, then they are able to develop a sense of power to change it if they get the abstract, critical thinking skills that they need in order to begin to move out of concrete world into this more abstract ability to think and to process. And then choice comes about. Folks will say in the middle class world, well, they had their choices and they chose this or they chose that. Well, the reality of it is folks in poverty often do not have any choice at all. At least not those that are reasonable, because one choice that they make impacts the next choice, impacts the next one. And so they have a sick kid, they miss time from school because they don't have anyone to watch their kids. And when they start missing time from work, I should say, they lose a job and then they start to have housing problems. Or they make choices about babysitting that may not be the best and end up as a result, because that's the only choices they had at their availability. They have problems with keeping their kids because social services might step in. There's a variety of different things that come to bear, and what we do with Getting Ahead and a Just Getting By World is bring folks together around a table and we pay them for their experience. We take them through a facilitated program where people will bring together their own ideas and thought processes. They will go through a set of experiences that are designed to awaken abilities and resources that they need in order to get ahead. And what Getting Ahead does is based on research. It is based on experience. And we are, although it is innovative and new to this area in this format, it is not new. It has been around for several years and has a proven track record. And so when you invest in Common Heart Connects, you'll be investing in bringing people out of poverty, not by giving them an agenda that we want and then enforcing it, by allowing them to become masters of their own fate and build the resources they need in order to achieve what it is that they desire to do. Same time, we're building a foundation for families. Those families may or may not get out of poverty, but hopefully the stability will increase over time. But those kids, having been raised and introduced to new thoughts and new processes that are beyond just a concrete survival world, will have a leg up as they go into their life as an adult, whether that's through education or through just being able to keep a job and stay in a job and advance in a job. So those are the kinds of things that we're looking at. and presenting through this program that you're going to look at. Thank you so much for taking the opportunity. Again, my name is Keith Adams. I got started in this simply because I love people, and Jesus commands us to love and to care. I want to get folks in middle class and wealth to start thinking about their neighbors in need. And I want to bring the neighbors in need and those folks in poverty to the table to start creating solutions to problems in our community, that together we can do something and make a difference. Too long, again.